Oh, my face is so chubby. I'm going to lose weight as soon as I go back to work. Yeah, diet. The quarantine 15 has to go. Hi guys, it's Mono. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Today I'm doing my January questions and answers video. A lot of you guys asked me a bunch of stuff in the month of January, so I thought I would answer them. The video doesn't really need much introduction. I'm just gonna answer the questions. So the first question came from Hannah Baker, and this was on my Lush video I did where I showed everybody the Florence exclusive perfumes that I received. It says, thoughts on Lord of Goat Horn if you've ever tried it. I'm super intrigued and all the horrible reviews are tempting me even more because I love smoky, naturey, mossy, weird scents. Well, Hannah, I have tried that perfume. I would say that it goes down in history as being one of the most disgusting perfumes I've tried. There's not many, but I think it's kind of meant to be. How it smells, I really don't like to recall, because it makes me want to be sick. It smells of seaweed, it smells of fish, and it smells of aniseed. I think it's actually got tarragon in it. Sorry, my battery ran out. I was talking about Lord of Goat Horn. It's got tarragon in it, and tarragon gives the feeling of aniseed, but really what it is a scratchy, fishy seaweed smell with aniseed. It smells like cooking went wrong. It's not very nice at all, but if you like really out there avant-garde style perfumes, go for it. I just really can't stand the smell of fish, and it definitely has that sea-like fishy smell that's not very pleasant. I wonder how many bottles of that perfume they actually sell. I'd be interested to know. But thanks for your question, Hannah. The next question came from VF, and it was on my Jean Paul Gaultier Intense. Gosh, I love that fragrance. You asked, does anyone know if this fragrance is discontinued? The short answer of that is yes, it has, unfortunately. So you'll have to hunt it down online on some kind of auction site or any other site of your choosing. The next question came from Courtney E, and it was on my Chanel Le Lion review that I did recently. It says, is this for women? I should wear this in honor of my zodiac sign, Leo. So this is a question that I get asked all the time in many different variations on many different videos. I'm not sure that Chanel marketed this one towards women, but I think women are probably going to go for it. It's essentially an amber perfume, and amber is, I don't see amber as having a gender. I don't see fragrance as having a gender. I do address this all the time, but I know that people want to know, you know, is it traditionally feminine? Is it traditionally masculine? Can I pull it off? All of that kind of stuff. They haven't marketed it towards women, I don't think. Not that I've seen anyway. But what I will say is if you like orientals, if you like vanilla, if you like resins, if you like amber, try it out. And if it's your star sign, why not? Try and get a sample and see what you think. Hope you like the answer to this question. The next question came from Reinhold Everest. This was also on my Chanel Le Lion video, and it says, when will be able to purchase FAUN here in Canada? If you guys don't know what that means, FAUN is my little perfume. I made a perfume many years ago. It's now available to buy. I'll put a link to my Etsy shop. It pops up in every single video that I do. You probably would have seen it already. Click the little I button thing in the corner, wherever it is, and you shall see. If you want to find out, just send a private message on Etsy if you've got any questions. Thanks. The next question also came on my Chanel Le Lion video, and it was from Fra Haquiani. Hello, mister, could you help me please? I want to know if there are some difference between L'instant, Guerlain Old or B bottle. Thank you. That one I cannot answer. When I actually quickly glanced over this and printed it out, I read it as insolence and I was ready to answer that. I'll say it for the record. I did do a comparison review on insolence, the B bottle and the old one. I could barely detect any difference. So if anyone was wondering about insolence, go and check out that video if you want to know more. But yeah, I didn't really see any difference at all. The L'instant one, sorry, I can't answer. I do apologize. I have not tried them both. Maybe I will. The next question was on my Le Petit Robe Noir by Guerlain, and it's from Rachel Berkey. That's almost the same surname as my best friend, but quite not. Ouch Mama No, I am a bird lover also. 5 in the parrot family and 1 canary. I'm also looking for the perfect black licorice fragrance. What do you recommend? Oh, you have parrots. Do you have caiques? When you posted this question, that would have been when I had my other bird, Bo. We now have 2 Brazilian caique parrots, which are crazy. Licorice perfumes, let me think. There's a couple that I can think of. I'll give you a brand as a whole. I would check out Lolita Lempica as a brand. She tends to favour that note and it's in quite a lot of her perfumes. Mainly the first apple-shaped one that she did. That was really licoricey. If you try Hypnotic Poison by Dior, the Eau de Parfum version, the newer one, not the original Eau de Toilette, that one had quite a big focus on licorice. And I'll give you a niche recommendation as well. There's a really cool brand called Kerosene, and they have a fragrance called Black Vines. An old colleague of mine used to wear that when I worked in an office. I could smell it everywhere. It's like a licorice bomb. So go and check that one out. Thanks for your question. The next question is from Mad Lola 1234. And this was on my Elie Saab Le Parfum video. I'm gonna address this one because 6 years later, I still get this question. It says, isn't Elie Saab a man? What happened was, when I did my Elie Saab review all those years back, 6 years ago I think, I didn't realise that Elie Saab was a male designer. I thought that it was a lady. Elie Saab sounds like a very pretty lady name to me. I was immediately reprimanded by people in the comments saying, do your research. Did you not know that he's a man? Blah, 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 blah. Because I can't change what I said in the video. I put it in the description immediately. My mistake, didn't realise that Elie was a man, but 6 years on, I still get comments saying, didn't you know Elie Saab is a man? For all the world to see, I know that he's a man now. I stand corrected. The next question came from Katya Murayeva. Tom, you look exactly like a young Anthony Hopkins. Has anyone ever told you this? No, they haven't actually. When I was younger, I used to get told that I looked like Leonardo DiCaprio a lot. I've been to Thailand 3 times, and every time I went to Thailand, people there especially told me that I looked like him. I think it's because the island that I visit when I go there was filmed. The beach, the film was filmed on that island, so a lot of the Thai people say, you look like that American actor, oh my gosh. But Leonardo DiCaprio is the one that I get told I look like more often, and sometimes Wayne Rooney, the footballer, which is highly insulting. Yeah, that's not a good one. I'll take Anthony Hopkins. He's a cool dude. Thanks. Oh, and Stephen Mulhern as well. There's a British TV presenter over here. He presents some really big TV shows at the weekends. I think I look like him quite a bit, actually. Yeah, Stephen Mulhern, his name is. Oh, that was on my zoologist musk deer, by the way. So the next one came from my December questions and answers. Thank you for these Q&As. It's from Christine Ann B. Thank you for these Q&As. They're super informative and entertaining. I have one question, potentially for another video. Do you have a fragrance early in your journey that turned you into a fragrance fanatic? There's a fragrance by Toka or Totcha, is it called? I know them. They're in the nice lined spherical bottles. I do know that brand. Called Juliette, that changed my course of my life. Curious, is there a distinct one for you that made you want to dive deeper? I don't think there's one in particular, but there's definitely a time period. It's the 90s. It was the early 90s, my very early teen years. I've mentioned this in another video, but I'll quickly say I used to live right near a really big shopping mall, and it was kind of the hangout for me and my friends. There were 3 or 4 really big department stores within that shopping mall that sold perfume, so I would always go there and just smell things. Champagne by Yves Saint Laurent is very significant to me because that's one that I would always go and smell. So that one really deepened my love for perfume. Samsara, of course, by Guerlain, which I always mention, but it's more of a time period than a specific one, and it's the 90s. It's the 90s that kind of solidified my love for perfume. So thanks for your question. The next one is also on my December questions. From EB, another great Q&A. a question for your next series. How do you define a summer or winter fragrance? I have several which I believe can be worn in both. We don't really get cold winters and our summers are quite hot, so citrusy and light roses are generally used during peak summer. I sometimes wonder if my fragrance choices are a bit too much for that particular season, but again, does it really matter? You've answered your own question, EB. It's very easy to put fragrances into a category. I do it myself, but I don't live by a hard and fast rule whereby that is only for summer. It's just that I prefer to wear certain things in certain weathers. I think certain fragrances perform better in certain weathers and certain moods. I feel cozy and warm in winter, so I want to wear deeper, darker fragrances. I don't think they're specifically... No, they are. A lot of them are designed for a particular thing, but it's just more trying to put people in boxes and put your choices into boxes. Does it really matter? No, it's all personal preference. I've worn samsara in summer. I've worn citruses in winter. It just depends on mood, situation, how I'm feeling, and I think everyone should adopt that attitude. I will say, I do rotate my fragrances, so at the moment I do have things that I consider to be more suitable for winter, autumn. That's purely for convenience, so I can just reach and get them because I tend to wear those more, but I still wear other things that don't suit that fragrance, suit that time of year all the time. So it's up to you. Go ahead, have fun. The next question is from Robert Quinlan. How are you, my friend? I hear that you've moved away from Ireland, or you're moving out of Ireland to go to a new country with your new lady. I hope it's going well. You said 2 questions I'd like to know are, what's the one question you get asked the most? And also, what's something you wish you were asked about more often? The question I get asked the most, that's an easy one. If you've seen any of my other questions and answers videos, it's one that comes up at least 2 or 3 times a month. And it's people wanting to know if a man can wear something that is marketed towards women, vice versa. Can I pull this off? Can I wear this then? Can I do this? Can I, basically, is the question I get asked. And it's not something I can answer. The main one is, can a man wear this when talking about a fragrance that's marketed towards women? And I understand that there are people that still feel like they're maybe not confident enough to pull off something that's really flowery if they're a guy. I know you, Robert, not personally, but I know that you wear everything. You're the same as me. I get asked that all the time. And I think it's just a confidence thing, and I'll say it again because I've addressed it in every video. Fragrance doesn't have a gender. Big companies have tried to put you into boxes by this one's for women and it's in a pink box and it smells like flowers, so women should wear this. And this one smells like smoke and grease and tobacco and herbs and wood, so it's in a black box and men should wear it. The fragrance world, especially among niche brands, are trying to break out of that stereotype. They don't label their fragrances, 99% of them, for men or for women. There isn't any rule that says you should wear that because it's that, or you should wear that because it's that. It's about expression. Perfume is about expression. It's about fun. It's about changing your mood, your character. Don't ever... Anyone that's thinking about asking me in future, can I wear this if I'm a man? Don't let a brand dictate to you that you should or should not wear something. You don't do it when you pick out clothes. You don't do it when you buy a CD. You don't say, should I listen to this? Just wear it or try it out and see if you're comfortable. If you're not, don't wear it. Move on to something else. There you go. I've addressed it again. Something that I would like to be asked more often. I don't really have a preference, Robert. I don't really mind. People don't tend to ask me about my personal life that much. I don't know if that's because they might think it's being rude. I guess part of being a YouTuber person is mainly I review stuff, right? But I'm also a person, and a lot of people kind of want to know a little bit about my personal life, but I don't think they ask. So I wouldn't mind any questions about my personal life. If I don't want to answer them, I won't. But I'm a pretty open person, so I probably will. But overall, I don't really have a preference. I just like to chat to you guys. The next one came from my saab again, but it was a different one. The I think it was the intense one. It's from Dina Forzi. May you please recommend me a floral, fruity, sexy perfume like the Zara fruity one? Dina, that is a very difficult question to answer. Floral, fruity perfumes are something, a style of fragrance that was made very famous by a lot of celebrities. A lot of celebrities chose that style of perfume because they're pleasant, they're easy to like. I think they sell very well. They're considered youthful, I guess. So I would say sexy is something that I can't mention. I don't know what you consider to be sexy, and I haven't smelled the Zara one, so I do apologize. But in terms of floral fruity, there are hundreds on the market. It depends on what kind of fruit you want. I would say Britney Spears brand is a good one to go for. She has a lot of floral fruities in her collection, in her line, shall we say. If you want a floral fruity that is a little bit different, there's a great one called Nimala, and it's by Molinard. I'll put it on the screen. I'm not going to spell it. This is kind of like, it smells a little bit like Angel by Terry Mugler, but without all the patchouli and the scariness and the gourmand. It's more focused on the fruit. But yeah, try Britney Spears, try Nina Ricci. Nina Ricci is another brand that is not a celebrity brand, it's a designer. She has a little bit more interesting floral fruities than, say, Britney, but she's a good place to start, so I hope that helps you. Thanks very much for your question. Okay, the second to last question came from, oh my gosh, it's been scrubbed out a little bit. Margie Pell, I do apologise, something's dropped onto this and I can't see it. It's from my Samsara comparison review between the new formula and the old. I love the original Samsara. Did you know that the original name for this perfume was Delicia? The more you know. I did not know that, and I am very happy that they didn't choose to name it that. Gosh, if they had, I probably wouldn't have taken much notice of it. Would it have sold as much? The whole campaign and the way it feels, and the deep red and the rebirth and the exotic kind of sandalwood fits that name. Why would they call it Delicia? That makes me think of a gourmand. Oh, I'm so glad they didn't call it that. Samsara is way more beautiful. Thank you for teaching me something today. And the last question is from Lucy Bright, and it's on my Ange Demon by Givenchy. That was an old review. Would you like this one better than Elie Saab Le Parfum? This seems to be like an Elie Saab focused set of questions in January. Were you guys on some sort of level with each other? You said, would you like this one better than Elie Saab Le Parfum? I'm undecided. Which one is men's favourite? I don't know which one is men's favourite. I don't tend to follow the norm about what guys like on women, unfortunately. I would say Ange Demon and Elie Saab are very different fragrances. The only thing that ties them is that there's flowers in them, but then there's flowers in most perfumes. I think Elie Saab is a lot more elegant. I think it's a lot more refined. I got it for my best friend for her wedding, and she wore it at her wedding. I think it's got that type of elegance to it. It's kind of classy to me. It's an orange blossom done very, very well. Ange Demon is kind of sweeter. It's a balance between a heavy floral and a vanilla and woods. They're not the same at all. I think Ange Demon is edgier and Elie Saab is classier. So I hope that answers your question. You would have to try them both out and do a comparison, but I wouldn't put them in the same category at all. Both have a little bit of sex appeal. That's as far as I can go. Anyway guys, that is my questions and answers video for January done. Keep the questions coming if you like these videos. I'm happy to answer things and have a general chit chat with you. I know a lot of us are still in lockdown. Oh my gosh, London is, yeah, till the end of February at least. I think we're gonna still be in full lockdown, so craziness. Hope you guys are staying safe and well, and I'm Ouch Mono trying to make the world smell better, one video at a time. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.